And good evening.
Oh, hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Good. Bit warm. I'm okay.
It is warm. I am quite sweaty. I am actually living it like we was actually sitting on an airport in the middle of the desert. I feel like
sitting in a fiberglass plane.
Yep.
Boiling.
I feel like I am actually sitting in a fiberglass plane boiling.
Nice shot of us sitting on the runway. So where are we, Grant?
Where are we? Good question. This is the flight path we're taking. Nice flight along the coast,
Right.
over Abu Dhabi, ending in Dubai, flying over some of the lovely man-made islands that are down there that cost more than the aeroplanes we're flying. Just for a window.
More, I think.
Just for a window.
Oh, you mean to buy one apartment?
No, I mean
Yeah,
just to stay
sure.
there for a week.
Well, probably.
That's what I mean. So that's a quick map of where we're going.
About an hour and a half, roughly, something like that.
So just to synchronise weather forecasts, I've turned on live weather and I didn't see anything change.
No, it's because it's clear.
It's very bright and
That's
clear,
why.
and the little sock to the right of us is barely moving.
Yeah, if you look at winds, we've got 7 knots local, and you can see on the windsock. So the way windsocks work, I don't know if you know this, but that white bar is 5 knots, red bar's about 10. The next white bar is 15, and the one after that is don't even try and fly.
So what are we saying then? That's 5 knots at the moment.
It's about 7 knots real time, yeah. And in direction, it says is 60 degrees.
It's a slight crosswind,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know. Yeah, I don't know where that matters. It won't matter to what we're doing anyway. There's plenty of runway here. And then even height-wise, looking at the weather, it only gets to 21 knots if you're at 35,000 feet.
Yeah.
Which I'm not doing in this plane. Not today. So, yeah, let's head off.
Flight plan set for 1500. There's nothing high at all on the route that you need to be worried about hitting into. Yep, I'm going to catch up with you then. You off?
Yeah, we're off. How are we doing for levels? All the game levels.
It looks alright. We need somebody to.
If you can see rumbling from my side, it's okay. Yeah, anyone in chat, which there's no one at the moment, but later on we can ask them to have a look at levels. It's a bit. It's always a bit like the CB radio thing where you go, what am I hitting you at?
Plus 10s.
And they lie. They always lie. Zoom out a bit so people can see the plane a bit better. There we go. So quite. This is the same plane used in the last flight.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I should put autopilot on, really, shouldn't I? No, I might fly just for a bit.
Who are we on at the moment? Let's watch Mr. M, who's further up with me.
There's not much to see.
Well, that's all there is to see.
We're coming round now. So we can see the sea. So what is this? The sea, I did see it on the map. Was it the Gulf of Dubai? Gulf of something?
I think it is Gulf of Dubai, or it will be when we get a bit further along.
Way off course for a sec, because I was looking at the map. Was there another runway down there? Oh yeah, we talked about it, didn't we? There was 2 runways.
Yeah. Helps if you have that set correct. Gone a little bit off route. I'll be with you shortly.
Which one's which? I'm going off into the sea. You're going off. You're going over land, I think. So neither of us are anywhere near the route.
Well, you've gone right round in a circle. You're heading back to the airport, I think.
Oh, I don't know. Probably am actually. Yeah. Just trying to work out who I am on the map on the plane.
Which map are you looking at? So you should be the bigger plane.
Yeah. Just work that out.
So you're the one that's sitting over the island.
That'll be the one that's in the middle of the map that the map rotates around.
Yes. Yes, that as well.
That's good. I'll get back. I don't know why I was doing that. Oh, I can see you. You're just a flashing dot in the distance. I've actually got a shortcut for labels now, which I can't remember. Alt X. No. Control. Yeah, Alt X should work. Maybe not. There we go.
It's a little bit of...
I can turn the labels on that.
Okay, it's a little bit of water to start with until we get back over the land over there.
That's okay.
So there's not a great deal to see, other than the sea. All I can see is the deep blue sea.
Cool. That's neat.
So there is a shortcut to set your barometer as well. Now you press B on the keyboard, it will set it.
You do. You do. You are supposed to press it every time.
Because I was flying at the right height and then they told me I wasn't.
Right. Autopilot's not autopilot in there.
So you've got to switch the autopilot button on underneath your yoke.
Oh yeah, it's playing. Yeah, you're right. It would be obvious if it was nearer.
It's the orange one.
Yeah, I got it. Found it. Probably want AV Master is already on. That's cool. Yeah, cheers for that.
It's alright.
I'd forgotten all about that.
It's sort of,
Might do something.
it's sort of why I keep flying the same plane, because I'm becoming a bit of an expert on this aeroplane. And
yeah, but it shouldn't have. He's a kind of expert of the. I wouldn't say they're bugs, but a bit weird that they wouldn't bother with that feature.
oh, the whole button mapping thing just doesn't make any sense, really. Why you wouldn't do it more? It's this. Let me put me on a minute. It's this button here.
Yeah.
Is the one I have found what it equates to as far as a variable, but it's a 3-position switch.
Yeah.
So middle is battery, top is auxiliary battery.
I know. Yeah. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that as long as you can map it so that you press once and you end up in the right. Like you can map it so it does both in the same go.
Well,
or even if you want to give up a rocker switch for it, I can live with
well,
that.
even if
but you can't do it at all.
even if you could just make it to go to battery, and you would manually have to do it to go to auxiliary battery, it wouldn't matter. But I can't get it to do either.
No.
I won't. I'm just looking at it now and again. I'll get there in the end.
Yep.
I'm not flying.
I googled it earlier and no one had answered me.
No one had answered it.
Well, no one had asked the same question, actually.
We're obviously in a fairly small subset of the world and what we're doing.
We are. What? One particular plane with a honeycomb config.
The honeycombs are quite common though, quite popular. But
They are, yeah.
see, I've got a little bit of sponge on the end of my microphone. Look, see that? Look.
Hang on a sec. Just try squinting at the dashboard. No, I can't see it. Where's that?
A little bit of sponge, look like a professional.
Is that trying to get rid of the wind noise?
Yeah, it didn't work.
All right.
It didn't work.
I kind of understand why people have dedicated mics, because that means you can, if you're going to cough or whatever, you can turn away from the mic.
Yeah.
But these pick up these headphones in particular. I don't know if yours do, but they pick up these switches so loudly. Look.
They do. I mean, this.
That's just the mid-range of them.
You've got that. The trouble is, you don't have all the settings on the computer with those Sony headphones that you have on your phone. I don't think they do all the clever stuff. The background noise hiding. Do they? When they're connected to the computer?
They probably do. They probably do. But if you don't use your phone, yeah, they do it on their own. It's not necessarily the phone that's doing it. If you've got a Sony headphones, they've got a picture of your ear anyway.
Have they?
Because you do that config where it takes a picture and all sets itself up. I bet there's a Japanese guy going, they actually fell for it.
They actually fell for it.
My autopilot gone off again because I can't turn it on.
What do you mean you can't turn it on?
No. On the the throttle clutch.
Right, you're not.
The autopilot light won't come on.
It won't.
No. Do I have to put it on heading? No. Only if I want to adjust it.
You should be able to just press the autopilot light and it will come on, even without anything else.
It did, and then it didn't.
But you're not set to GPS on your instruments either, because you're on the green arrow.
Actually, autopilot was off again, so one of my rockers is doing that.
Right.
I've got a pink arrow.
You got a green arrow, I can see. Haven't you?
No.
On the compass, it looks green to me.
Pink line there.
No, on your compass, on your rose. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So how do I change that again?
Click actually on it on the compass.
Oh yeah. It's a screen, isn't it? Sorry, I'm not with the modern
That's
day.
all right. And then when it's on GPS, click the compass again.
Oh, just click back. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure it might be navigation. There we go. And I want to set my height to 1300, that'll be right. And vertical speed to get there. Down. Oh, you're still doing height. It's up 800. It's not even whatever.
Just looks really bright and sunny to me.
You'll suddenly get some clouds in a minute. Okay, right, we're sorted. Excellent. I'm going to get a cup of tea now.
Time for a cup of tea. I haven't got grey clouds. I've got clouds.
Towering clouds. Apparently, in Doha.
I think I started it, didn't I? Yeah. Weather synthesis started. Towering clouds. Oh, it's getting darker now. Just under the clouds. There's so many programs you have to start now before you play Flight Sim.
I was going to say, like,
it's almost worth writing a script.
It's getting like work now.
It's almost like you're almost worth writing a startup script that starts all the programs and then starts Flight Sim, so you can do it in one click.
Yeah. Or we should just go, you know what? Get to that. Even Baldur's Gate though, it's getting, because I play it on the TV downstairs.
Yeah.
That was an exercise in working out what the best streaming software for doing that was.
Right.
And settled on, you have Moonlight on the NVIDIA Shield, and Sunshine as the streaming tool, because I put the NVIDIA stuff back on.
Yeah.
And they've taken it out of the software, so you can't stream locally anymore.
Oh, okay.
So that's a bit of a crap.
It is.
So if you have an NVIDIA Shield back on Christmas this year, you lost the ability to stream games locally, unless you use Sunshine.
Well, that's a bit poo.
Bit rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Sunshine emulates. It actually runs a bit faster than the Steam Link.
Right.
So it's got a bit less. So I've got that running and it's all good now. But I just spent a bit of time this afternoon taking off all the NVIDIA stuff again, because there's no point in being there. So,
no.
Apart from the driver. So you're climbing.
Yeah, only because they keep nagging at me to go to 2,100 feet, so I thought I might as well. So it was only 600
they don't even
difference.
know I exist.
And they talking to you?
Oh, don't think so. I'm saying hello to them, I think. Well, I'll request a vector for the next waypoint. Oh, it has been talking to me. I just didn't hear it.
You just didn't hear it.
I didn't listen to it.
I need to turn my I need to turn those extra bits of overlay off on my outside view. I don't use them.
No, it's just. I think I said on the stream, my stream the other day. it's just for prettiness and quite nice for sightseeing.
I was talking about SPAD.next. There is one nice feature of SPAD.next, that it automatically changes the controller type for the plane you're using.
How do you mean controller type?
So if you set up a specific setting,
I think Flight Sim does it. Anyway,
how?
Because it recognises the plane and changes the profile.
Well, where do you tell the profile what plane it is?
I don't. It's just maybe it was coincidence, but I went into I last flew the Piper 28.
Yeah.
And then this afternoon I went into the this one, the R14, and it pulled up the R14 profile. So I don't know if it knows.
I don't think
Maybe the plane recognises records what profile was against it.
I don't think it does, but I've not seen that. But this one does, because as soon as Flight Sim starts up, it will ask you what profile you want to use, and then when you tell it, and profiles are stored by livery as well.
Yeah.
You can have a different profile for different liveries if you wanted.
Right. That's quite cool.
Why you would, I don't know, but you can.
Livery changed much.
Surprisingly cloudy out there today, isn't it?
Suddenly.
My view's just a zoomed in view of your view, because I'm just a bit closer to everything.
That's true.
How fast are you flying?
160. You're just below me.
Well, you should be catching me up, because I'm only flying at 120, 128.
You're not in front of me. I think you were.
I think.
Oh no, we're doing that.
I think we're pretty much exactly the same now.
You're behind me.
Right.
I'll slow down a bit.
No, I'll give it a bit of beans now. I was crawling along.
Beep.
Right, you are remembering to change your fuel tanks.
I haven't yet. I like the excitement of it just dying.
So left is quite low, so it's time to turn to right fuel tank.
It don't last long.
The safe way of doing it is not to use the scroll wheel either.
No, just do it. Oh, what do you mean? Click it.
Grab it with the left key and turn it to where you want it to be.
Oh, that's how I do it.
Because if you highlight it and scroll it, you'll go the wrong way and you'll turn it off.
Yeah, I don't use the scrolls. That's okay. Yeah.
Are you above me then?
Probably am, yeah.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Look, everybody, it's Andy. Oh, just as the sun came out over the cloud.
Just like the real world.
Are you actually going to descend right on top of my head?
I'm coming down. But not very fast.
I'm watching.
She's going to say it. Any second now they're going to say expedite. No, I'm going to ignore
I'm watching you coming down. The stream's watching you come down. That's the nice thing about having a clear roof on the plane.
It is a bit.
I can see you coming down. I'm going to back off a little bit and probably let you come down in front of me.
Okay. Oh yeah, look, that's a really good shot though. It's getting bigger. I'm nearly stopped. What have we got? Another 500 feet, so I'm going to go right through you if you don't watch out.
No, you're coming down in front of me. I've slowed off a bit.
Oh, that's cool, like that.
You should be levelling off. And I'll try and stay on your tail.
So if I flick round, I should be able to see you from behind. And there you are.
You've gone lower. You carried on going down.
No, 2,100.
Well, I'm 2,100.
I'm at 2,002 at the moment.
Well, why are you lower than me then?
My barometer.
Press your B button.
I don't think.
Yeah, it'll set it.
All right. But in that case, yeah, I was low. I'll be coming up again shortly. Here should we change it? The clue would have been when she said, "Expedite your flight."
Yeah.
I think, what? Climb? What do you mean?
See if I can stay right on you. Oh, I'm catching you up too quickly now. Slow down.
Yeah, just behind me.
Slow down.
There you are. Nice double shot of us if you want to flick to
We can synchronise. Oh, excellent. I'm still catching you up. I'm going to hit you.
Refueling anyone? Would you like some petrol? You will pass me.
No.
No, you're right on.
This
is the beauty of autopilot, I think, because in reality, no one
what a shot that is.
Accurate.
And the other perspective.
Computers flying a plane and old blokes watching.
Hey, I'd like to see somebody else doing this on a Twitch stream.
Cool.
So I'm doing 136 knots and I seem to be sticking right behind you at that speed.
Yeah, I'm doing 140, so you're creeping backwards a little bit, I suppose.
I bet we can't stay that close all the way.
But we can. Could try. Unless I turn off autopilot.
I suppose I could go up 50 feet and be above you, I suppose, and we'll come in like, and then I can turn upside down and give you the bird.
Yeah, it's giving me the bird, man. Well, how can you do that? Because he was inverted. I watched Inception again last night. That was really
Inception.
Stuff going on there.
Who was in Inception?
Leo DiCaprio. It's the same director as Oppenheimer.
I think I've seen Inception.
Christopher Nolan.
Pretty sure I have.
Basically, the time slip. Kind of looks like a Bond.
Oh, it's the time slip one. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's that and Tenet, which is time slip, and also just about everything Christopher Nolan does has something to do with slipping time around. It's just the way he is, but it's really clever. And the whole bit with the spinning top, and actually there was a bigger clue in it than I'd spotted before.
Yeah.
So, pretty smart, and the way it finishes with the spinning top as well. Very good. Enjoyed that. I want to see Memento as well. There's another Christopher Nolan film. I've watched about maybe a half of it. I want to watch the rest of it because that's. I don't think it's time as much as his tattoos. It's the Australian guy. I can't remember his name. Yeah, and his tattoos reflect what he's done in his life. No. It's Christopher Nolan directing.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember the name of the guy. Hang a sec. Pretend I know what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm just thinking. I'm not typing on anything. Guy Pearce.
Oh yeah, Guy Pearce, ex-Neighbours actor, like they all are.
Yeah, but he's actually good though.
I like Guy Pearce.
Yeah, he's actually he is a good actor, rather than not good actor.
The police one was his big breakthrough, wasn't it? LA Confidential.
Yeah, he was in that. He was very good in that. Yeah, he's a good guy. But he likes to do more gritty parts than most, which is good. And doesn't seem to want. Although he's the lead, he doesn't seem to look for that so much.
He's done all sorts of parts.
Yeah, he's good. So Memento looks like it's pretty funky. So I'm going to have to watch that. That'll be a weekender, I think. So
I have to say, I thought Barbie was actually quite good.
Yeah, I think most people think it's quite good. So
it's
not on my list. It's on my list of things to watch, sure, but not. I didn't want to not bore it.
It hits you. It does hit you at many levels. Yeah. You can read as much into it as you wish.
Oops.
I'm actually surprised the way they have a dig at Mattel in the movie quite a lot. That it's actually made by Mattel. So they're digging it themselves.
Maybe it's a way of getting their brand recognised again.
There's actually a bit in the movie where she's talking about not being a stereotypical Barbie, and it pauses and says, "Note to casting directors: if you don't want a stereotypical Barbie, don't cast Margot Robbie." Which I thought was quite good.
Fourth wall breaking is quite good.
Anyway, it was good. Enjoyed it. Went to see it at the Lux Theatre, so we had a comfortable chair.
Nice.
It's only £8 more per seat than sitting in an uncomfortable chair.
£8
more. So instead of
it's only £2.
So instead of
you want a fancy.
Instead of £10 to see the movie at the one in Enfield, you pay £18 to go and watch it at the Lux in Lee Valley.
Right, but in Norwich, you pay £5 at the Odeon.
Yeah.
And then you pay £2 more and you get a really comfy chair.
In the Odeon?
It doesn't come with waiter services. Yeah.
Well, we went to the Odeon. It's an Odeon Lux, and it's £18 each.
Yeah. All right.
See?
Well,
us Southerners.
That's a lot of money.
Us Southerners.
That's a lot of money, isn't it? And yes, we did like Asteroid City. Thought it was great. I know.
Go on then. What was it about?
It was actually about the 50s TV shows, and you could see it all the way through. So it was a sort of tribute to those and where the characters went afterwards. So you could see him tripping it. So the whole, well, I don't want to spoil it for anyone watching, but kind of the journeys between backstage and forward stage.
So that's the 15th different version of what it's about. I've heard then. Okay. Everybody I've asked has said it's about something else, something different.
Well, that's okay then, isn't it?
Because it's.
What did you think? What did you think it was?
Because it's also about man understanding that he's not alone in the universe.
Why? That's a bit of a weak one. That one. Because that's a bit of a giveaway.
It's a bit of a giveaway.
Well, it's like the most easy scene to understand in the film.
What, the alien?
The Close Encounters tribute.
Actually, I think the person playing the alien was quite well picked. It's Jeff Goldblum.
Didn't have as much of a part as you'd expect.
Well, no, because the alien was mostly CGI. It's the only bit where you saw it behind the stage where he weren't wearing anything was Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. Yep.
But I thought that was quite clever.
And the backstory of the actors was good as well. So, we loved it.
It's also about grief and coming to terms with it.
Yep, with his mum, his wife rather. Well, it doesn't have to be one single thread of story, but I think the glue was the tribute to the 50s TV and plays. It was good.
It was weird.
Oh, why is my power gone off on my plane? Well, that's not good. The alternator turned off.
Descend and maintain 2,100.
Yeah, that one needs to be in the middle.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you see, your plane doesn't need all that stuff. I bet your autopilot's off now, though.
Everything turned off. No, the autopilot was there, but for some reason I turned the alternator off. Right, what does Lady of ATC say? Lady of ATC said 2,100 again. Okay, we can do that. Why are we turning? You're probably right. ATC,
yeah, we are turning. Yeah, we're heading up now towards Abu Dhabi.
Alright, cool. It's a bit rainy out there.
It is dark and stormy out there, isn't it?
Well, it says it's clear in Bataan.
So we are just flying over the island of Al Jirab. So I'm a bit confused how this runway that we're about to fly over is called Abu Dhabi Airport, as it's not actually Abu Dhabi. I'm not sure that's correct.
It's Abu Dhabi Island Airport, in full Ryanair style.
Oh, has it been abbreviated then on the map?
It's called, yeah, if you look at Balanta, it's calling it Abu Dhabi Island.
7 years ago today, I was in Great Yarmouth.
Said Google first.
Yes.
It's actually quite good that though, because you don't have the box of photos you never look at, which I think is quite neat. But it does tend to pick out the ones you always look at. So.
I don't really look at them now. I just let's say this is what you was doing 10 years ago. Gee, 10 years ago.
Cool. I look young.
No. Can I trouble you to move your ATC window?
Yeah. Why? What's it doing?
Can't read my name.
Oh, sorry.
I only just noticed that. Sorry, I'm being pedantic.
I apologise.
That's all right.
Get you with your branding.
I put them at the top, like you said. Did you notice?
Yeah, I didn't think about it. Yeah, and that's bites us in the bum. There we go. That'll do you.
The islands that we're going past. That first one is called Al Rafiq.
Mm-hmm.
That rather long one, and then the two little ones next to each other. I'm assuming they're the same. That's Kusabi with a Q. Kusabi,
right.
Maybe. And then the big bit of land sticking out after that, which I suppose is a peninsula, is Al Nuf.
Mm-hmm.
And then the island after that
the pronunciation
is Al Aram Island. Sorry, I made a mincemeat of that one.
To anyone in the islands.
Apologies for my terrible pronunciation. I'm chopping your rear off. Sorry.
Yeah. What are you doing? Get off my plate.
I tried to slow down, but I still hit you.
I felt the whole world go through me.
Did you feel?
I'm coming through you
Did you
now.
feel violated?
I'm coming through you now. Here I go. African or European? He goes, I don't know. You've got. It's great. That Baldur's Gate's got. It has a good comedy like that, but it feels a bit like I'm on your boat to get new places. Because you get to decide what options to do.
Yep.
And then some of them are like, if I do that, she might not like me anymore. But if I do this, she'll like me, but I won't get what I want. It's quite good.
So you.
And you build your reputation up.
So you are just about to come over Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
If you wish to have a fly around. There aren't any big buildings there, is there? I don't know where they are. Oh, not unless they've started appearing yet.
I haven't seen the palms yet either. Have we got to fly right across the edge of the sea?
Yeah, the buildings are just starting to appear over there on the left-hand side of the peninsula that's sticking out.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see them. We're a bit higher than we thought. Okay, cool.
So I'm going to go that way.
Right, what are we saying?
Well, I think that's man-made islands below me now.
Going on fuel. So we've got to rotate the tanks a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Getting good at this game. 1,000.
I bet they don't let you.
No, they probably won't. Flying over a city.
Yeah.
Request denied.
Yeah, and you know what he does?
Let me think. Do I care?
Permission to buzz the tower.
I want to see the city though. There's no point in doing this world tour if we don't do some sightseeing.
Can I get between those buildings, do you think?
You probably can actually. This is quite easy to control and you've got a decent frame rate.
Yeah, you wait until see where I'm going.
You go between the dark ones.
This one here, look.
Climb
All
and
right.
maintain 2,100 feet, 6-9er X-ray.
Oh, Yeah, no, you die. Coward.
I was going a bit quick, 175 knots.
Yeah, I could see it.
Oh, look at that view though.
Whose palace? Whose palace is that below?
Oh, I don't know.
Big green area. It's got a fancy place.
Have to look it up.
Oh, it's actually a big city, isn't it?
Right, I'll let this get back on course and it'll fly over the city now.
It's quite nice to see.
I mean, how accurate is this?
I don't think it's been dated since launch. Must be due.
You think it'd be one they would look at?
Yeah. That's what the next update is. The software update, which is general update. That's in beta now.
Yeah.
It's released this week. But I'm not sure what the next world update is. I don't think they've announced it yet.
It wants me to be 3,000 feet now.
Climb and maintain 3,000
Don't agree with him.
Yeah, I just heard that.
She always agrees with him. She never argues my case.
I know. I don't think you're allowed to argue.
Locals are complaining. Will you please go higher?
I don't often agree with him because he's a bit of a moaner, but Assidian Man had it spot on.
What about?
With his description of, he was talking about modern games and how just this year a lot of the indies and things like Baldur's Gate have got it right.
Yeah.
And like Baldur's Gate, I know I go on about it, but forgetting the game itself, the way it's built is like an old school game where you just play,
yeah,
and you don't have to have multiplayer if you don't want to. It's not an MMO. It's not a service game. It is just a game they've written from end to end, and you play it, and you don't have to pay anything extra, no DLC. But it's also got depth to it. Whereas so many people like the EAs of this world and the bigger people than EA, they're just churning out the same game over and over again.
Yep.
And I think it's a good model. There's another one called Dave the Diver, which is an indie game, but that's got depth to it as well. From the point of view, it's kind of like, if you probably haven't played Stardew Valley, but it's quite similar to that.
What's
it's a palace or a mosque.
slow down? But you've got a football stadium or something between that and the mosque, haven't you? What's that down there on the left, the oval thing?
Well, yeah. No, it's not a model. It's just a satellite. Yeah. I'd say this one hasn't been touched apart from the very early modelling. It's quite a nice model. That one.
Will the Taj Mahal look better? We're going to have to look, see where that is in India, I suppose, and head in the right direction.
New Delhi, yeah.
Is it New Delhi?
Yeah, up that way, near the mountains.
It's going to be a few weeks before we get there. I seem to have crashed.
I think that was good. Have you crashed? Well, the game.
I'm not moving anymore.
Have you hit active pause by accident?
Don't think so, not unless it's a setting somewhere. No.
Weird.
I still seem to be moving though.
Alright. Can I see you on my map? I can see you.
I'm not actually moving though on my screen.
Yeah, you're not.
And I can't
You are staying still.
click on anything.
You sure it's not paused?
No, I can't click on anything on the screen.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's not good.
Still hear the noise though.
That's just a loop of something, though, isn't it? If you push the throttle up and down, does it do anything?
No, I think the game's crashed.
Alright.
Crash handler. Yeah, it's crashed.
We're heading to Dubai.
So if you look out to your left, I was about to say, if you look out to the left, you'll see the Palms Islands and things. They're on that coast out to your left there now. If you want to do a little deviation over there while I catch you up.
Yeah, I might. Yep. Oh yeah, I see one. Not that clear from the air, but...
Well, I was just looking at a little nav map to see where they were, and then I went back to the game and it had stopped. So you'll have to do the flyover of them.
Could be tight on field again, you know. Could have to watch that. Actually, that's not good. Do the old mixture trick. That's because I'm flying freehand. So that's the Burj in Dubai, isn't it? In the distance.
So you can't be far away.
No, I'm just going over the palms now.
It does look like there's some empty bits on that, but I know this is not real life.
There's two palms though, isn't there? I think. So you're on the second one.
Oh, am I?
Yeah. That's why you got buildings near you.
So that one's not been built on at all.
So I think the problem with these was, when I was saying it all went, so these individual, the fronds in the middle of them, it ended up going all stagnant.
Yeah.
Because the wall wasn't flowing at all. It all went a bit wrong, really.
Horrible.
Yeah, because there's only so much water that can come in every day. I don't know, millionaire's playground. Common sense doesn't really come into it. Both my tanks are on red.
You've probably still got,
but they've got
quite a lot of fuel.
I've got enough. Yeah, I've got enough to get to the landing. But it's something we have to start taking into consideration, isn't it? Because a couple of times now we've come close, and they got the hotel that looks like a yacht as well.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Looks like the one in Portsmouth.
Yeah, just a bit bigger.
Why is everybody obsessed by bigger? So the islands that are further out here, that are obviously man-made as well, that's the world one, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a world one.
That's this one out here.
There's a moon as well. There's a few of them actually, isn't there? Well, it's doing horrible things to that building, rendering wise. Yeah, I'll do that so it doesn't do it. It's actually detailed, so it's doing a weird fringy pattern. These buildings are huge compared to the rest of the buildings in the place.
Well, that...
No, they're huge. They're huge compared to the rest of the buildings in the world, to be honest. But
it was done just to prove a point.
You think? I wonder how many actual places are used rented out.
Even that thing that looks like a sail, that hotel, that's not little.
Yeah.
That place isn't tiny.
I know. It's got a helicopter pad on it as well, which is cool. Has that got the Red Bull? It's got the Red Bull plane landing on it. Oh, that's funny.
It's got a Red Bull plane landing on it.
Yeah, you know the Red Bull stunt where they landed on it? If you look at the stream, look back, but they actually have the Red Bull flying into it.
What, just on loop?
Yeah, I think so. It's quite funny. So as you get near it, you see the plane going in and landing. That's a nice touch. It's all built on a grid like everywhere else, except for Britain. Coming close to the airport now.
The only thing I've got different is I've got developer mode switched on. Maybe I should have switched that off.
Yeah, I might do it, might I? It's doing a lot of logging when it's got that on. Never seen it crash though. Continue as planned, says the tower. Oh, we've seen somewhere famous this time. That's a win.
It's a win.
It's a win to see something that isn't just another tree in the desert. Actual buildings. Hey guys, I see an airport. Can I land? Do you mind? I think 3 nautical miles might be a bit short.
What's that?
3 nautical miles might be a bit short if we're not allowed to go down.
Yeah, I don't understand the how that works sometimes.
Doesn't work, does it? Really? When he stopped talking, I'll say, can I do something? I never get to ask for to land. Whoa, stop kicking me around. Dubai approach, continue as planned. Good to know. Move out of the way so I can actually see what I'm doing.
What, are you going out and coming back in?
I kicked out a bit, yeah. Just felt a bit more controlled. Not talking to me. Not giving me a chance to say anything.
Climb and maintain flight level 260 Qatari 1015.
Quite a nice airport model. Stuff going on. Who's that? Someone's doing stunts.
Red Bull Air Race going on, is there?
No, it's just someone flying around. I am way off. Go over a bit. Bit of a fancy runway.
Well, I shall come straight in.
Plenty of runway.
Are you down?
Get in there. Oh, 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 oh. That's not how you do it. Stall it out.
I think you're gonna should go around.
No, I'm done. We don't go around.
We don't go around.
It's quite a busy airport, unsurprisingly. Things to do. I'm not sure where.
You can't come down that low, can you? With all those buildings there.
No, no. It's quite interesting landing. I'm going to park over by this hangar since I can see no people. Park right underneath all the planes coming in. It's interesting.
Keep speed not above
Oh, look,
185
it's
knots.
the main,
Expect ILS runway 30 right approach.
yeah, someone's
via
modelled
Ulda
this really
transition.
well.
Clear to Ulda 69er
It's
X-ray.
the main, what do you call it? Terminal.
Never thought that was a great name for a building at an airport.
Terminal. But it's the same as trains and buses. It's the place you end up. It's going to be better mine because mine was horrible.
You do float a little bit. Just get that speed down. Oh, ignore the jumbo that's coming at me.
My flight sim died just then as well. But it hasn't actually left. Yeah, I fell out of flight sim too.
Did you?
Yeah, just at the end there.
I bounced a little bit and all. I did come down from quite a height though. I don't know what the right height is to come in at the airport with all those buildings next to it.
Maybe they bring you in the other end. That was that.
I'll have a look. My landing wasn't exactly delicate.
Yeah.
Just going to stop here. Brakes on. Engine off. Good flight. And
Of course, it was nice to have no real technical hitches apart from you crashing 3 times.
I don't know why my game crashed, but then,
Software crashes.
but then
not
yours
crashing
just dropped out, did it?
Yeah,
I think
it just went like that. It didn't give me any warning, any signs or anything. It just went. I parked up, and then it just came out of the app.
oh, my screen just froze, but there was a crash handler running in the background, so it had crashed.
All right. So that was the debug
Yeah.
that does that. Maybe.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for everybody for
All right,
watching. And
It's good to see you.
same time, same place next week. Literally the same place. We'll be taking off and heading towards India this time. How close we get to India, I don't know. Maybe it'll be a jet to Karachi, I think I said.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Maybe a citation. What is it? Oh, we got the longitude now.
The
haven't we?
longitude, yes. We could do a longitude
Yeah.
flight to Karachi.
Let's have a look. All right.
Okay, bye everybody.
Have a good evening, everyone. See you soon.